Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today in this video I'm going to show you how to fix when the game is not launching on your Windows computer. Now the first step is to repair or verify the game files. Now for this you can go to Steam. If you have the game on Steam, you can make a right click on the game, then go to properties and then go to the install files tab and then click on verify integrity of game files. Once the verification is 100% complete, launch the game. This has worked for many players, so it might work for you. Now if you have the game on EApp, then you can just click on manage over here and then you will see the repair option. Repair it and then launch the game. Next step is to delete the hardware settings folder. Now for this you can go to file explorer and then go to documents folder over here, open my games. Over here you can see F125. Open this folder. Here you can see hardware settings. You can just you can delete it. If you want to create a backup, you can just copy it, create a backup. Now once you have a backup, all the saved settings will be lost when you delete this, so you can make a right click. If you agree, you can click on delete, and once this is deleted, now you can launch the game. If that does not work, you can rename, just rename, do not delete, just rename the save game files. To rename the save game files, you can go to documents. You will lose all the game progress. You have to start everything from scratch. So if you agree, you can rename the save game folder. So open my games and then create a backup first. Copy this. You can paste it to the desktop. Once you have a backup created, now you can make a right click and then you can rename it .old. Now you can launch the game and then check. It's still not working. The next step is to disable Daemon tool. So if you have this tool installed in computer, you can disable it. So if you have this running, first of all make sure that it's not running somewhere. So if it's running, you can just make a right click and exit. This is just an example. Or you can open task manager, make a right click on the start menu and go to task manager and find this services or this tool. If it is running, you can end the task from here. So make a right click and then click on end task. This is just an example. And then you can go to device manager, make a right click on the start menu and then go to device manager and then expand this storage controller. Once you expand storage controller, you will see this tool over here. So you can make a right click and disable device. In my case, I have already disabled. So you can make a right click and you will see disable device option, disable it. Also expand this universal serial bus controller and then again make a right click and then you can disable device. In my case, I have already disabled, and make sure it is not running. And when you disable it, it will ask you to restart your computer. So restart your computer and then you can launch the game. Now the next step is to, or if that does not work, you can even uninstall this application. So you can just type in control panel in Windows search box and then click on uninstall a program. And if you can make a right click and then click on uninstall. Now after the uninstall, restart your computer, and after the system restart, you can launch the game. And whenever in future if you want to reinstall it, you can always reinstall it. Next step is to perform a clean installation of your graphics card driver. So if you have Nvidia card, go to Nvidia website. If you have AMD card, go to AMD website. I'm showing for Nvidia. So to perform a clean installation, go to Nvidia website and then select your graphic card from the list. Make sure that you select your graphic card and then select the right operating system. So if you have Windows 11, select Windows 11. If you have Windows 10, select Windows 10 and then click on find. And once you click on find, you will see this page. Now here you will find the latest GeForce Game Ready driver. Now click on view, and then once you click on view, you will see the download option. Click on download and let the download complete. Now once the download is complete, run the exe file. Now once you run the exe file, you will see this screen. Click on agree and continue and then select custom option over here. By default express would be selected. Select custom and then click on next, and then you will see this screen. Now put a check on the box which says perform a clean installation. Make sure you put a check on perform a clean installation and then click on next and let the installation complete. Once the installation is complete, restart your computer, and after the system restart, launch the game. Now the next step is to, now laptop users with dual graphic card, make sure that you run the game on dedicated graphic card. Now for this, type in graphics settings in Windows search box and then click on graphics settings. Click on add desktop app and then go to the game installation. So if the game is installed to C drive, you can open C drive. If you have the game on EApp, open program files and then open EA games, open F125 and then select this exe file and then click on add. Now once you add the game, click on the game and then over here you can select high performance over here and then again click on add desktop app. You can, if you're using the VR version, you can do the same thing with other exe file. Now if you have the game on Steam, then you can open C drive program file 686. Now open the Steam folder, Steam apps folder, and then open the common folder and do the same thing, F125, and then select the game exe file over here and then click on add. Once the game is added over here, again you have to click on the game and then select over here, select high performance, and then you can launch the game. If that does not work, you can roll back graphics card driver. Now this has also worked for many players, so it might work for you. So I'm showing for Nvidia. You can go to Nvidia website and then select your graphic card from the list, select the right operating system and then click on find and then scroll down and then you will see view more version. So the latest graphic card driver right now, the GeForce Game Ready driver is 576.52. If this does not work, you can try this. For many users this has worked, 576.28. so you can try this 576.28. click on view and then you can download it, and after you download it you can run the exe file, and during the installation make sure that you put a check on the box which says perform a clean installation. Then you can launch the game and then check. If that does not, you have to restart the computer first after rolling back. Now if you're using wheels and pedals, in that case plug in the wheel at the startup screen, disconnect the USB cable from the pedal and then connect the pedal set directly to the wheelbase with DIN cable. Also make sure that another, like if you have any other USB gaming device connected, you can disconnect it. Make sure that another USB gaming device is not connected to the PC in addition of your wheelbase. Like if you have any kind of USB handbrake or USB shifter or USB gamepad controller, so disconnect it. Update wheels and pedals drivers, then restart your computer. If you have this thrust master, in that case you can go to the website and you can find your device over here and then make sure that you select your device and then you can install the latest drivers and then restart your computer and then launch the game. If you have pedals with RJ12 port, in that case connect the pedals using the RJ code to the wheelbase and do not use the USB and then check. So you can try this and then check. If that does not work, the next step is to disconnect any kind of USB stick dongle connected to the computer. Disconnect additional joystick or controller, extra controllers. Sometimes we have extra controller connected, disconnected. Disconnect multiple monitor. Try launching the game on single monitor. If you have any kind of USB adapter connected, disconnect it. Disable EA or Steam overlay. Now for this you can go to Steam, make a right click on the game, select properties, and then you can go to the over here, turn off the option which says enable the Steam overlay while in game and then check. Now if you have the game on EApp, you can go to you can just make a right, manage, view properties, in-game overlay. You will find it in the settings over here. So go to settings and then you can go to application, and over here you might see in-game overlay. You can turn this off, turn off, and then you can launch the game and then check. Now the next step is to close all the overlay applications. So if you have Discord running, you can turn off the overlay in Discord. If you have Nvidia app running, you can go to Nvidia app settings and then turn off Nvidia overlay. So or you can simply close all the overlay application and then launch the game. Also do not overclock. So if you have overclock, you can set it to default. Close all the overclocking application, like if you have MSI Afterburner, Riva Tuner, or any kind of overclocking application running, you can close it. If you have any kind of third-party services running, you can close it. If you're undervolted, you can remove the undervolt and then launch the game. Next step is to allow the game exe file to antivirus program. So if you have any other antivirus like third-party antivirus like Avast, Norton, Bitdefender, McAfee, if you have windhawk, then you can add the game folder or the game exe file to the exclusion list. So make sure that you allow the game exe file to your antivirus program, and then you can launch the game. If you're using Windows security, now this has worked for many players, so do not ignore this. If you're using any third-party application, allow the game exe file or the complete game folder to the exclusion list. Now if you're using Windows security, then open Windows settings, go to privacy and security if you have Windows 11. If you have Windows 10, click on update and security, and then click on Windows security, and then click on virus and threat protection, and then scroll down. At the bottom you will see manage ransomware protection, and then click on allow an app through controlled folder access. Click on yes to allow, and then click on add an allowed app. Click on browse all apps, and then go to the game installation folder. So if you have the game on C drive, open C drive. For Steam users, open program file 686. Now open the Steam folder. Now open the Steam apps folder. Now open the common folder. Open the game folder. Select the game exe file over here, and then click on open, and then click on browse all apps. If you have the game on like EApp program files, then open the EApp, EA games folder, game folder, select all the exe file, one by one, and then you can launch the game. Do the same thing in Windows Defender Firewall. So open control panel, go to system and security, Windows Defender Firewall, and then click on allow an app or feature through Windows Defender Firewall. Click on change settings, and then click on allow another app. Click on browse, and then go to the game installation folder and do the same thing. So if you have the game on Steam, then go to the Steam folder, and then open the game folder, select all the exe file one by one, open, click on add. In my case it is already added. Add all the exe file, go to browse, and then you can if you have the game on EApp, then the same thing, program files, EA games, and then select all the exe file. I'm not selecting all the exe file, but you select all the exe file one by one and add it to the firewall. And once the game is added over here, you can launch the game and then check. Now the next step is to run the game as an administrator from the game installation folder. So if you have the game on Steam, you can make a right click on the game, select manage, click on browse local files. It will take you to the game installation folder. Now make a right click on the game exe file and then click on run as administrator. You can even make a right click and then go to properties and then go to this tab, put a check on the box which says run this program as an administrator, hit apply, click on OK, make a double click, launch the game, and then check. Do the same thing with if you have the game on EApp. You can just click on manage over here and then view properties and then go to open folder, and then do the same thing, make a right click and then go to properties, and then you can put a check on run this program as an administrator, hit apply, click on OK, make a double click, launch the game from here, and then check. If that does not work, you can uncheck the compatibility mode from the game exe file and the EApp and the Steam. So first of all, if you have the game on Steam, you can go to Steam and then exit Steam. Now once you exit Steam, if you have the game on Steam, type in Steam once again, make a right click on the Steam and then click on open file location, and over here you will see the Steam exe. Now go to properties, go to this tab. Now if this box is checked which says run this program, if this is checked, you can uncheck this box and then hit apply, click on OK, and then go to now launch Steam. You have to launch Steam once again. Launch Steam, and once Steam is open, now make a right click, go to manage browse local files, and then make a right click, go to properties, go to this tab. If this is checked, you can uncheck this box, and then hit apply, click on OK, and then launch the game. And do the same thing with EApp. So first of all, you can close the EApp. So you can just exit EApp. Once EApp is closed, type in EA in Windows search box, make a right click on EA app, open file location, and then make a right click on EA app and then go to properties. And if this option is checked, you can uncheck this box, hit apply, click on OK, and then go to the game folder. Now you have to launch EApp once again. Launch EApp and then go to the game installation folder and do the same thing. So make a right click, go to properties, go to this app. If this is checked, you can uncheck this box, hit apply, click on OK, and then you can check. If that does not work, you can even try to disable full screen optimization. So go to the game installation folder, put a check on the box which says disable full screen optimization, hit apply, click on OK, launch the game, and then check. Now when you put a check on all these boxes, like when you put a check on this in this, still not working, you can uncheck these boxes, hit apply, and then follow the next step. Now uncheck administrator in EApp exe. Now if the EApp is running as an administrator, so if EApp is open, first of all close EApp, close it, and then type in EApp, and then make a right click on EApp, go to open file location, make a right click, and then go to properties. If this is checked, run this program as an administrator, you can uncheck it, hit apply, click on OK, launch the game, and then check. Now if it is already unchecked, then try launching the game as an administrator. So close the EApp once again. Once the EApp is closed, now you can this time you can just put a check on, like go to the EAEXE file and then put a check on run this program as an administrator, and then hit apply, and you have to relaunch the EApp, and then you can check. Now the next step is to close EApp and repair EApp. So if EApp is open, you can close the EApp at the top left, click on exit, and once EApp is closed, repair EApp. Now to repair the EApp, type in control panel, go to control panel, click on uninstall a program, and then find EApp in the list, find the EApp. Once you find the EApp, make a right click and then click on uninstall, click on yes to allow. Now over here, do not uninstall, just click on repair and let the repair complete. Once the repair is complete, you can launch the EApp, or you can try to launch the game, and then you can check. Now the next step is to clear EApp cache, run EApp recovery as an administrator. Now for this, first of all, you can close EApp. So if the EApp is to clear the EApp cache, you can just type in, you have to close the EApp first, and once you close the EApp, you make a right click on the EApp and then click on open file location. Here you can see app recovery. You can make a right click on app recovery and then click on run as administrator, click on yes to allow, and then click on clear cache. Just ignore this, and once it is now it will relaunch the EApp, and then you can check. Next step is to repair or uninstall. Repair, and then if that does not work, you can uninstall and reinstall Anti-cheat. Now for this, you can go to the game installation folder. If you have the game on Steam, make a right click on the game, select manage, click on browse local files, and if you have the game on EApp, then you can just go to manage and then view properties, and then click on open folder. Now once you open it, here you can see Anti-cheat installer. Just make a double click, or you can make a right click and then click on run as administrator, click on yes to allow. Now over here, if you don't find F125, in that case you can just click on repair over here, and then go to the game installation folder. So if the game is installed in EApp, you can open program files and then open EA games, and then you can select this folder and then click on select folder. If the game is on like in Steam, then go to the Steam location. So I will just select the game folder. So in my case, this is EA games, program files, EA games. For Steam user, go to Steam apps common and then open the game folder, select the game folder, and then click on select folder, and let the repair complete. Once the repair is complete, install success. Now you can try to launch the game from Steam or EApp, wherever you have the game. Now if the repair does not work, you can click on uninstall all. This will uninstall EA anti-cheat related to all the games. So if you agree, you can click on uninstall all. And once the uninstall is complete, now you can launch the game. Just launch the game. You can launch the game. Now when you launch the game, during the launch, when it's launching the game, it will install EA anti-cheat once again. So it will give you an option. Do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? EA Javelin anti-cheat. You are not able to see it, but I'm able to see it. So click on yes to allow, and this will install EA anti-cheat. So right now it's installing EA anti-cheat. Now over here you can see it's launching the game. So let me close the game first. Now still not working. In that case, you can make a right click on the game and then go to the game installation once again, and this time you can use this EA anti-cheat game service launcher to launch the game. You can make a right click and then click on run as administrator, click on yes to allow, and this will again launch the game, and the game should launch. Let me close the game. Now still not working, and then the next step is to install latest version of Ghub. So if you're using Ghub, in that case make sure that you install the latest version of Logitech Ghub. You can install the latest version from the Logitech website, and then you can install it and then restart the Ghub and then restart the game. Now the next step is to install Visual C++ file. Now for this, copy this link. The link is provided in the video description, and then go to Microsoft website, and over here you can see visual files, and you have to download this x86 and x64. Download both the file. So click on it and then run this exe file. If you see the repair option, click on repair. If you see the install button, hit install. Just ignore it. In my case it is already installed. It's giving me error message. Download this x64 file as well, and then you can run this exe file. Click on install. If you see install, if you see the repair option, click on repair, and after the installation make sure that you restart your computer. Restart is a must after this. After the system restart, launch the game. Next step is to update your Windows to the latest version. This is important. So open Windows settings, go to Windows update or update and security, and then click on check for update. Once all the updates are installed over here, then restart your computer, and after the system restart you can launch the game. Next step is to increase the virtual memory. So to increase the virtual memory, type in view advanced system settings in Windows search box, and then click on view advanced system settings, and then click on the first settings, and then go to advanced tab, and then click on change over here, and then select the drive. So uncheck the box which says automatically manage paging file size for all drives. Uncheck this box and select the drive where the game is installed. So select the drive, and then once you select the right drive, now put a check on custom size, and for initial size it's 1.5 into total RAM. So you can check the total RAM in Windows settings. You can go to system and then go to about, and total RAM in my case is 16 GB. So you can calculate accordingly. In my case it's 16 GB, so I will calculate as per 16 GB. So, and first of all we have to convert 16 GB into megabyte. So we will open calculator. So type in calculator in run box and then click on OK, and over here it's 16 1.5 into total RAM. Total RAM in my case it's 16 RAM 16 GB. So 16 into 1024 is actually 1 GB is equal to 1024 megabyte. So 16 GB in megabyte will be 16384 into 1.5 into total RAM. This is my total RAM in megabyte. Now 1.5 into total RAM, that is into 1.5. So in my case initial size is 24576, and maximum size is 3 into total RAM. Now total RAM in my case, that is 16 gigabyte. I have 16 gigabyte of RAM. So 16 into 1024, I have converted this in megabyte. Now that is 3 into total RAM. So total RAM is this much into 3, that is 49152. 49152. 4915152. Now click on set over here, then click on OK, OK, apply, OK, OK. Now restart computer. Make sure that you restart your computer after this. Now the next step is to update the system BIOS. So go to your system manufacturer website. So if you have a Dell computer, go to Dell website. If you have a Lenovo computer, go to Lenovo website. So make sure that you go to your system manufacturer website, select your model number, and then install the latest BIOS. In case of laptop, make sure battery on your computer is more than 10% and the AC adapter is connected to the computer when you update the system BIOS. During the BIOS update, your system will restart. Do not unplug the power cable when it's updating the system BIOS. After the BIOS update, log into the computer and then launch the game. Now the last step is to uninstall and reinstall the game to different drives. So first of all, uninstall the game. If that does not work, if nothing is working, you can make a right click, manage, uninstall. Now after the uninstall, if you have the game on EApp, then just uninstall the game. After you uninstall, then restart your computer and then install the game to C drive. Install the game to C drive. So if the game is installed to D drive or E drive or any external drive, try to install the game to C drive. If the game is already installed to C drive, then try to install the game to another SSD and then check. So one of the steps shown in this video should help you to run this game successfully on your Windows computer. So that'll be all. Thank you so much for your time, and please like this video and subscribe to my channel.